And also, as I'm going through the presentation, please don't be afraid to ask questions. I love answering questions, and that gives me an indication of what you guys are thinking about and what you want to know more about, and then we can talk about those things. So please don't be shy. And we do have a relatively small group today, so it makes it a good group for questions. So SOS Online Backup has been in the online backup industry really since 2001. We've been in the United States since 2006 and incorporated in the United States since 2006. During that time, we've acquired over 1,000 value-added reseller partners and over 500,000 active customers. And we've experienced some pretty explosive growth, and there are 4 reasons for that. And in general, the online backup industry has experienced the same growth. Number 1 is expansion of internet bandwidth. So as we have more internet connections that are easily accessed and faster, we put more stuff up into the cloud. By doing so, that has decreased hosted storage costs significantly. So keeping stuff in the cloud is much cheaper than it used to be. And we're putting so much more into the cloud. We're creating digital data right now by recording this webinar, and I certainly don't want to lose it. It's your time, it's my time, it's valuable stuff that we're creating, so I want to keep it and I want to make sure that it's okay. And we're doing that constantly. We're creating Word docs, we're creating Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoints, images, PSDs, and those are all important to us. So we want to keep it and put it in the cloud, thus increasing our value of digital data. And finally, the technical sophistication of the population has improved. So more people know what the cloud is. It's not this weird ubiquitous thing any longer. People do have an idea of what it is. They understand that it's a server farm off in Prineville, Oregon somewhere, and it is where data is kept because it's going to be safe there. Many businesses are interested in adopting online backup. The IDC, which is a high-profile analyst firm, surveyed many attendees of a conference and found that 16% of the companies surveyed are using online backup presently. 69% were evaluating it or planning to use it. That's a big number. It's a big market opportunity. And the biggest part of that market opportunity, of course, is businesses. Home users, yes, they definitely need online backup, but businesses are really where a huge amount of opportunity is. So if you're going to address them and you're going to provide them something that they need, what are you going to give them? You're going to give them a complete data protection solution that covers all of their devices within their business. And this will be workstations, otherwise known as endpoints, servers, laptops, and mobile devices. So they need to be able to back up and recover every bit of information from a single point, a single service provider, and recover it just as easily. I know a lot of managed service providers out there that have been using multiple solutions to create complete disaster recovery solutions for their customers, and it just doesn't seem as secure. It just isn't as simple. And when there are a lot of moving parts, more problems can occur, right? So using one solution from one provider is most certainly ideal. So what's in the SOS 360-degree Partner Program? And importantly, do we answer that need? Do we offer that need of providing everything to your customers from one place? And we absolutely do. What we call our SOS 360-degree Partner Program, often lovingly, is a business in a box. So you can start selling online backup in less than 1 week with our program. We also include a collaboration software referral program with every wholesale partner, and that we call the FileLocker referral program. That's simply included in your dashboard, and we'll have a look at that. You do get a website template included in the program, and that you can use the APIs from in order to hook into your existing website and sell online backup, or you can modify the website template and use it to sell online backup. You can update the content on the website template, and you can integrate billing. You can change your logo, you can change your colors, you can change the content. And of course, you'd be selling award-winning software and no hardware purchases required, which is quite different from other solutions, especially solutions that also offer a you host or we host solution. We have weekly live trainings for you on Wednesdays and Fridays. Sales and marketing materials are available to be rebranded and customized. They're available from a handy little system called the Partner Resource Center. You can just download those and update them to your liking with your logo, with your colors, and use them to help sell your customers on online backup. So here's a quick little competitive comparison to other partner programs out there. We offer 12/7 partner support and also business development assistance. In many other solutions, business development assistance is earned or only offered for a limited period of time. That is not so with us. You get business development assistance for as long as you're a customer. We want you to be selling online backup, and we want to be able to help you do that. And of course, your client, your software client can be rebranded. Sales and marketing materials are available to be rebranded, not just co-branded. And of course, you get your website template, integrated billing. You have the choice of hosting the data yourself, or we can host it in our secure cloud. As mentioned, we have a collaboration rev share program, which none of these other guys do, offered to you at no cost within your dashboard. And Exchange backup, SQL backup, and Windows backup, which is all quite standard. A couple questions from Gordon. Gordon says, many of my clients are SMBs in Canada. Many earn $2 to $3 million a year, yet have no backup. Oh my God, Gordon, you got to fix that. But Canada seems way behind versus the U.S. A good market for me, but my clients are not as sophisticated as the U.S. clients. That means it's a great time to be getting into selling online backup because they can grow with you and you have the opportunity to teach them and you have access to a market that, as you're saying, is seemingly more sophisticated. So because you are ahead of the market curve, it's an excellent time for you to be selling online backup. So thank you very much for your comments. Those are good, insightful comments. So what is included technologically in the SOS Online Backup product suite? We have two pieces of software. One is called SOS Server Save and one is called SOS Online Backup. SOS Server Save partners by default get the benefit of both. SOS Online Backup customers simply get file and folder backup. Both are great. Both are born from the same solution. They just do different things. So on the right-hand side of the circular diagram here, you see some green squares. Those green squares indicate what data will be backed up by the SOS Server Save product and what data businesses will likely want to be backing up. They'll want to back up operating systems, application data like SQL servers and Exchange servers, and file data. Most importantly, documents, images, and emails. And you will be able to back those up on PCs and Macs. You will also get access to iPhone and Android applications. And there is no additional charge for these things. They're simply included in the program. SOS Server Save, which was the right-hand side of the diagram on that last slide, is a complete SMB online backup solution. So in this solution, you get Exchange backup and granular recovery, which is super important for any legal firms or legal departments that you may work with. They're often required to keep data for 3 to 7 years, and they would need to be able to recover emails with a solution like this. Bare metal image creator. This is how you will perform bare metal image creation, as the name suggests, of Exchange servers, Windows servers, SQL servers, SharePoint servers, and file servers. And you can simply control these from one location and send these images to the SOS Cloud or your own cloud, should you desire, with the help of the Online Backup and Recovery Manager. So the Online Backup and Recovery Manager is the tool that is used to send images, files, and folders straight up to the cloud. And we do have unique compression technology that allows us to do that much faster than you might imagine. Premier Web Integration Package is included, so this is the simple website template that you get, and of course mobile applications. So you and your customers can back up Android phones and iPhones with this program. The question from Eric. I have plenty of medical clients that use EMRs for medical records. It appears that some backup solutions have trouble backing up such a robust application. Is this something that SOS can do? I'd need to know the exact file type in order to get you a true answer to that question, but we do not limit the types of files that can be backed up, so I'm quite certain that we would be able to. In fact, the only file type limitation that we have is a file type that, for some reason, does not include Germanic characters. So, for example, if there's a file extension in Korean or something like that, we could not back that up. But if it is in standard Germanic Latin characters, then we can do that. So please do let me know exactly what the file type is, and I'll get a real answer for you, but I'm quite certain that we can. Yes, QuickBooks is okay. Yes, and Eric, do you not have a partner specialist? Because you can certainly email them, and they will coordinate to get you an answer on the file type, okay? Just let me know if you have a partner specialist. So what does SOS Server Save compare to, and what doesn't it compare to? In that case, what does it really shine? What thing is great about it? So here's a little comparison of SOS Server Save against SOS Online Backup. So our business backup solution versus our standard file and folder backup solution, compared to Zenith, Intronus, and eVault. The places that we really stand out are in the type of bare metal backup that we do. We do transactionally consistent backups, not crash consistent. This is important because frequently databases are servers, and they are sending pieces of information back and forth to each other or to other places. You don't want to take a bare metal image of them when they're in the middle of transferring data. But a crash-consistent backup doesn't know this. A crash-consistent backup doesn't talk to those servers and verify that they're done transferring information. A transactionally consistent backup does. It talks to those servers and says, okay, are you done transferring information? Because I'm only going to take this image right now if you're actually done. Because then I know that I'm actually getting all of the data that I should be getting in my image. We also offer unlimited seats per account, so there is no nickel and diming based on the number of users that you have. It's completely unlimited. We only charge based on storage space and server licenses. And mobile access is another big one. Many competitors out there don't offer mobile applications within their package. And it may not sound super important, but believe me, it is. Once you start using it, and you can go try our mobile applications for free in the Google Play Store and the iTunes Store, once you start backing up things on your phone or backing up things on your desktop and then accessing them on your phone, you realize how cool it really is. So if I back up my entire Android phone right now, I back up all my photos. I can access them on my desktop with my SOS application. Very, very cool. So data centers and infrastructure are a pretty important part. How many of you on the line today are wanting to use our cloud? So for us to host the online backup solution, and how many of you are looking to use your own data center or in your customer's network? You can do either with us. Gordon wants to use ours. Great, cool, very good choice. We have 12 global points of presence in North America. We do have data centers in Toronto, Los Angeles, in Houston, and Dallas. All of our data centers are secured with 24/7 watch, video surveillance, biometric credential requirements, backup generators, and temperature and humidity controls. So they are classified as Tier 3 and Tier 4 data centers. So that means that they meet all of these requirements up here on the screen, and they're virtually indestructible. So even if they got hit by a hurricane, they would still have backup generators and humidity controls and also fire suppression to keep any of the servers from inside it being destroyed. Gordon wants to know any plans for data center in Vancouver, BC. Not presently, Gordon. However, if there is demand, we can easily fulfill those. Or if you might at all be interested in hosting your own and becoming part of our network, we can talk about that too. Seattle, no, there is not. So I guess I'm a bit curious as to why you're asking. So you want it to be off-site, but you want it to be close to you? So our U.S. data centers are in Los Angeles, Houston, and Dallas, and our Canada data centers in Toronto. Do you want to see your clients are West Coast, Northwest? Okay. Keep it. There's no real reason, unless they're literally concerned about the proximity or maybe the creation of a point-to-point network. Speed is the issue? Okay. So I'd recommend considering starting your own network or your own data center. It could be a great way to make some extra money. A lot of telecom providers do this, and a lot of telecom providers are also MSPs. But presently we have no data centers in those locations. Okay, let's keep moving on. So again, to Gordon's point about creating a point-to-point network or speed, this may be one reason why you would want to host your solution. So SOS Server Save and SOS Online Backup would be rebranded and backed up to your own private cloud, so you could deploy and create this cloud on-premise, off-site, or in your own data center. So why would you want to host your own online backup solution? Just as Gordon has astutely realized, you may want to create a point-to-point network. You may want to throttle upload speed. We don't automatically do this, but you may want to. And you may want to decrease the cost of your internet connection. So those are the big advantages of creating your own private cloud to host your online backup solution. So let's talk about the 5 big security features that you want to make sure you let your customers know about. And Gordon, since you're in Canada, this may be very important to you. SMBs often require multi-layered encryption. We call this military-grade encryption. We call it that because it literally is what the military in the United States requires. This means that we encrypt data locally, we encrypt it in transit, and keep it encrypted at rest in the data center. And we also offer an additional security feature called UltraSafe. UltraSafe prevents a password from being recovered by the wrong person ever. This is what would make you compliant with HIPAA. Number 2, you want to let them know that we have Tier 3 and Tier 4 data centers. So in addition to what I just described about the difference between Tier 3 and Tier 4 data centers, they do have fire suppression systems, redundant air conditioning systems, redundant 1 gigabit per second connections, and physical security. So we do have on-site monitoring, biometric identification, and video monitoring. And this is true of every single one of our 12 data centers. Centralized management. So centralized management, we'll see in the dashboard in a little bit here, but it verifies the security of the data in the cloud. So with centralized management and with the dashboard, you can see if there was backup success or failure. And if there was failure, you can get some clues as to why that might have happened and quickly figure out what went on and fix it for your customers. Our centralized management tool is a single pane of glass for monitoring all backups. And it is password protected. Transactionally consistent bare metal backup. So ID regardless is a type of security because transactionally consistent backups must be used in order to make sure that your server backups are correct and therefore your data is secure. So it verifies that your data is done transferring before performing a backup, prevents incomplete backups created by crash consistent bare metal images, and it's important for SQL databases and file servers in particular. It's important for many types of servers, but those two in particular. So in order to make sure that all of your data is actually secure and recoverable, you'd need to be using transactionally consistent bare metal backups. And finally, password-protected access to backups. This is often taken for granted, but it's still really important. SOS password protects all backup and recovery access points. So this includes dashboard, centralized management, software client, mobile applications, and web access with our My Account portal. So how much does this thing cost? Of course, everybody wants to know. So we do offer flexible plans. However, our entry point is generally SOS Server Save 5. So if you are looking to do bare metal image backups, this is the thing that you'd want. If you're not looking to do bare metal image backups, we do have solutions separately for you that are only file and folder backup. So with SOS Server Save 5, you get 5 server licenses, so you would be able to do bare metal image backups on 5 separate servers. you would get 1 terabyte of cloud space, and you can use those interchangeably however you want. So let's say you only had 2 servers that you needed to back up right now, and they each only had 100 gigabytes on it. That's okay. So you've used 200 gigabytes. You can use the remaining 824 on whatever machines you like. It's up to you. We don't nickel and dime you based on your precise usage. This is a wholesale program, so you purchase a pile of server licenses and a pile of gigs, and you can use them however you want. And of course, with this price, you get the website integration package, you get the dashboard, you get the ability to sell FileLocker at no additional cost and get 20% commission recouped to you. And once you start out on a program, you can add server licenses and gigabytes as you grow your business. And business development assistance is, of course, available to you after you get started. Are there any questions about the pricing here and what these mean? So SOS Server Safe 5 comes with 5 server licenses, 1 terabyte of cloud space, and costs $3.99 a month. This is a pretty killer price because then it lets you sell 200 gigabytes with 1 server license, for example, at our recommended retail price of $129 per month. If you were doing that and you sold your entire Server Safe 5 package to 5 different people for $129 per month, you'd be making recurring revenue of $246 per month. Not too bad. Of course, the more you buy, the price goes down. So if you had SOS Server Safe 25 and you were still selling each pile of 200 gigs and 1 server license at $129 a month, you'd be making recurring revenue of $2,326 per month. Does this all make sense to everybody? I want to make sure I address any questions on this because it's definitely an important slide. It's an investment in your business. No other questions here? Okay. Gordon says it makes sense, but there are other costs. Let's talk about that. Do you mean like marketing and staff to manage it? There certainly are. Install costs. Well, we do not charge any install costs, so those are up to you however you want to manage them. Staff, yes, absolutely. If you're not doing this yourself, sure. You pass that charge along, that's good. Very good. We do talk to quite a few folks who don't do that, and we certainly recommend that you do. So let's go ahead and take a look at the dashboard. Like I said, this is the place where all of your backups and all of your monitoring come together, and you'll be able to see exactly what you have in your account and exactly what your customers are doing, and if they maybe are experiencing any problems. So at the very top, you can see that we have news and updates. So on December 3rd, we had a FileLocker Partner Launch webinar. As a partner, you would get notifications like this up here. We have account usage, so you can very quickly see if you have any accounts that are using more than what you've already provisioned them. You could call them up and say, hey, you really need to upgrade your account by 50 gigabytes. I'm going to invoice you. Or pop on over to my website and perform the upgrade yourself and pay me. In the activity alert, you can see how many red alerts you have, so those would be backups that you need to check on. Maybe your customer disconnected from the internet or something and didn't back up, and maybe he didn't know that. This would help you tell that and let him know that, hey, you haven't backed up for 3 days. I think you really need to do that. You can see which ones are good to go and which ones maybe haven't happened in a short amount of time, and you might need to check in with your customer. These graphs here very quickly tell you how many files you've uploaded by date, by month rather, the size of storage that you've uploaded by month, and total used space in your account, regardless of which customer is using it. Here you have all of your tools, including rebranding settings. So this is where you would go to change the name of our software and upload your logo to our software. Again, this is rebranded. It's not co-branded. And the magic all happens right here. You can create an account from here, which actually directs you to the website integration package to do so. You can monitor You can look at backup history. You can assign and view bare metal image licenses. So in this account, we have we have 4 bare metal image licenses and 2 that don't have actual serial numbers for them. So you could quickly buy more licenses here or change and move around and unassign. So once you assign a bare metal image license to one server, it doesn't have to stay there forever. You can stop service to that server and move it around. This is our Partner Resource Center. So this is where you would get sales presentations, a disaster recovery template, compliance information. We even have email templates here for you to use, installation and user guides, videos, and much more. Everything that you need to know about selling online backup and marketing it is all right here. All of our software downloads are here. And of course, as I mentioned, FileLocker, which is a really great new addition to the program that we just launched last month, is included automatically in every single dashboard. So with FileLocker, what you'd be able to do is feed this unique URL, which is unique to you, to all of your customers, your friends, your family, everybody you know. And then when they upgrade their account, their free FileLocker account, then you get 20% commission. Gordon says he's never heard of FileLocker. That's okay, Gordon. We just launched it last month, so we're still in the process of announcing it to the world, but that's okay. Go check out your free account. Get it at filelocker.com, and let us know what you think of it. And it's very, very cool to be able to give this to your customers and receive commission upon their upgrades, because you literally could be sending out hundreds per month and getting hundreds of signups per month with no additional cost. So let's go, now that we've reviewed the entire dashboard, let's go back up to the activity alert section, because I want to show you how you can sort these and the kind of details that are involved. So we have a lot of trial accounts on here which are no longer running, which is why we have so many errors, but it's a good example. You can filter by the error type. So you may want to see all of them. You may want to see only errors, OKs, or warnings. So let's keep looking at errors for now. This backup says that it failed. We want to understand why. So we can click on details here, and it says that its status was no backups during last week. Last backup failed to complete. So you would definitely want to call up your customer and see if they had done something like disconnect their computer from the internet, break their computer, and they need to get a new one and they need to restore their backup, or something like that. It will definitely help you in troubleshooting. If you want to look at the warnings, you can just sort and see all of those. You'll see that this one has a warning because the backup was canceled. So why would it have been canceled? Your customer clearly is not protected, their data is not protected, if they cancel the backup. And even if everything's okay, you still might want to know about it. So who's backing up successfully? This fellow right here. He's doing files and folders backup, and his backup was successfully completed on 12/6 at 2:49 p.m. Great. Awesome. So are there any questions on the dashboard? I have reviewed all the features within it, and I want to make sure everybody is clear. Okay, are we good? Gordon, I'm not sure if you have a question or not. Eric's good to go. Awesome. Okay, Gordon, please go ahead and ask away. I will continue to hang on for a few minutes. Eric says, how often can we have the backups run? You can have them run hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. We certainly recommend daily at a bare minimum, especially for businesses. Gordon asks, many clients cancel because the time between the time they leave work and the time they come in is too short. I'm sorry, Gordon, I don't understand. So they're not able to complete their backup? Is that the problem? Okay, so they're not able to complete their backup in that time. They may be using a really slow system, or maybe their system is throttling them. It slows the computer down. Yeah, so it's definitely good to run it at night when it's not being used. I personally, no, there's no throttling on reseller accounts. I personally do my backups while I'm at work during the day, and it doesn't seem to affect my computer. It's the amount of data that they're using. Okay. You can modify the backup so that they're only backing up certain folders at a time. So maybe on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you want to back up certain folders, and on Thursday, Friday, you want to back up other ones. That may help with the amount of data. Eric says, how about incremental backups? How often can we get them backed up? As often as you want. Again, for servers, maybe I would just recommend weekly, but you could do them daily if you want to. Everyone will get the webinar recording, and you can also get the slides if you want to. So keep an eye out for that email, but you will get the webinar recording. Eric says he likes to back up incremental every 15 minutes. Cool. Yeah, you can do that. You can definitely do that. All right. If there are no more questions, I'll go ahead and sign off. But if you do have any more quickly, please let me know. All right. Everybody on the line today will be in touch with a partner specialist, and they will answer all of your questions, technical or otherwise, for you. Gordon, I know you've got some more questions, my friend. Your partner specialist will be able to help you with those, okay? Thank you all very much for attending today. I really appreciate your questions and your attention. Take care. Have a good one.